When we imagine the nature of the universe, we often picture potential as an endless ocean. It feels like a smooth, unmapped expanse, where any event could eventually surface given enough time. But the physical world we actually observe suggests a much tighter constraint. Our observations reveal a reality that strictly limits what is allowed to exist. Most possible things never happen. Instead of a chaotic field where everything is possible, we find a system that discards the vast majority of theoretical configurations. It filters them out before they can ever take form. Because we do not see infinite random variations of matter, possibility itself must possess a rigid, hidden architecture. This architecture dictates the rules of manifestation. For an abstract concept to become a physical fact, it requires more than just being a passive option. Reality selects from routes, bypassing the infinite sea of potential dreams. In this framework, a route is a highly specific directional vector, an active attempt to move from potential into realization. As these vectors form, they encounter immediate environmental pressure. Many of these attempted pathways shatter long before they achieve stability. Success in this environment is not a matter of luck. It is a matter of navigating a specific gauntlet of mathematical rules. To understand these rules, the gene and modal theory frameworks propose the modal lattice. This lattice describes the structure of what can become physical. This model shifts our understanding of potential. Possibility is a lattice of permission. Any route entering this lattice immediately faces geometric constraints. These barriers force the trajectory to bend and react to environmental feedback. The lattice forces the route to loop back towards its point of origin. We call this process return. Existence is not a default state. It is an active struggle to survive the restrictive pressures of this underlying structural grid. Physical existence functions like a transaction. To lock into reality, a configuration must be able to finance its own phase loop. A possibility becomes real only when it can pay the cost of becoming stable. While physics often focuses on the aesthetic of symmetry, the modal theory perspective is functional. Symmetry is debt reduction. This explains the importance of the proposed 255-degree attractor. It is a specific geometry that allows a loop to perfectly connect under pressure. Routes that miss this signature accumulate coherence debt. They destabilize and are rejected by the lattice. Stable matter is simply the rare geometry that successfully negotiated the thermodynamic cost of closing its own loop. At the outer edges of the modal lattice, abstract routes finally interface with the threshold of realization. Passing this threshold requires more than force. A structure must maintain exact geometric coherence, even as it is pushed against an absolute limit. The edges of the lattice act as an active audit, a relentless, mathematical interrogation of every transitioning structure. The boundary is where possibility is forced to prove it can become real. This audit leads directly to the ultimate physical constraint, the vacuum itself. Reality consists of the subset of possibility that can survive its own return. It is not an arbitrary collection of theoretical dreams. The physical universe is strict, with no room for geometric instability. Reality is the strict, unyielding memory of what could survive its own return. Now that we have mapped the lattice, we must move downward into the active boundary condition of the vacuum. Every physical thing around you is the rare survivor of a brutal, unseen mathematical audit.